Yeah. Right next to it.
Well, I think it's the influence of USD to USD. That should be okay. But that's what they got. I'll forgive it.
He's from the death field, so I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy won't care at all. No, go for it.
Okay.
We don't.
That's why. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Oh no, that's no, just I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, so anything that gets better, people want to tell me. Yeah, Steve. Nice to meet you, Gabe. You're with Lucasfilm? Oh, nice. You can show it. I think I've seen your stuff. Yeah. I think that's so good. Oh, I love it.
That's your friend.
John, do you mind if he just leaves us here? Because he's streaming, but here.
Okay. Do you want to sit here? I could stay in the back too.
I have a spot right
Oh,
there.
do you?
I
All
don't,
right.
yeah,
Okay.
I think, let me
You can get the
Whenever you're ready.
this is pretty cool.
Yeah, friend.
I mean,
You're good. You can see both if you're trying to eyes screen. And Chris,
let me ask,
got it.
you guys want the panelist and the screener, or both?
You guys,
Everybody.
you guys,
I'm gonna screen.
it's Gabe.
Excited to see everybody out here. I am
He's streaming.
Chris Goller, is the Director of Product Development at Lucasfilm. For those of you who have been here before, I'm actually filling in for Brian Merten, who normally does this panel. And for those of you who know Brian or work with Brian, know that it's a very difficult task to step in for Brian. So I will do what I can here. But I'm actually here. We're going to talk about some of our high-end collectibles and share some exciting new development and some announcements and things, which are fantastic for you. And what that category is for us from the licensing side, it's one that we're really excited about because what it really is, it's sort of that pinnacle collector program. These are the items that have the highest attention to detail, highest quality, the artistry really, and the craftsmanship is fantastic. So these are all things that we are really excited to be a part of the development on, and to bring to life some of the characters, the moments, the props, and so on, with just as much authenticity as we possibly can. And a lot of these things, we pull out all the stops to make them as authentic as possible to really capture it so that all of you can have that great fan moment. These are things that would, be signature pieces of collection, and we're happy to help bring those to you. And I am happy to be here, very excited to introduce some of the folks who work on those categories and bring these fantastic products to life. So I think what I'll do, because that's the cool stuff you all want to see, without further ado, I'll kind of jump into that. And what we'll do is we will start with Rob at Regal Robot. So we can jump in and Bob, why don't you come up? Yeah, please. And if you can maybe sit and run to that, are you having this? How are you going to do that? Go from there. All right, thanks.
Hey guys, so I am Rob Ganvola, creative director of Regal Robot. We've been around for about 8 years. We like to do the kind of the oddball stuff, stuff you don't see every other boat. We have the luxury of going to the archive and get the handwritten pieces, scanning pieces. So we try to bring that authenticity to the archive to you guys. So I won't bore you too much, though. We have a lot to shoot. So this is just Tom and I here. We've done stuff for Lucasfilm for we've done commercial, we've done events, and we've done stuff for this for shows. So this is just a few things that we do. Now for the products. This is our decor line. First up, we have is the Great Dragon Desk accessory. It has the down skate pod, pens and pencils, paintbrush in there. Wow. Little crevice in there for small things like hair clips. The middle is our Death Star surface magnets. This is our second series of it. We did 5 originally, and now we have 3 more after that. On the right, like who doesn't want to bring Star Wars if you're passing? So we have we've tried to do some weird things to kind of get you guys with the eye place in your house. This is a brand new line of super soccer pads. So these are mini ones plus. We did them classically style, so if you guys can put them anywhere, so then they have to be with your collectibles to be under the portion. Again, they're 7 inches tall, roughly, talking anyway will be the first two, but this will go past all of it once the the archive collection, that's like our record props. That's our big. So, first up, we showed this last year. This is the space one. We're doing 2 different versions. A scale version, which is more like statue, and then we're doing a 1-to-1 version that is just like. So you can see, I said we showed it last year. We're happy to say it's in full production. Those are the painted versions of them. We have price on them now. We have estimated times, edition sizes. Originally, the 1-to-1 was just being signed by the creator for Timid. Now, we have it at the dual signature, so we're pretty excited. And just give me an idea of how big it is. Yeah, it's not small. This is another new item that we're doing. We're super happy about these two. So what we did is we took the 1-to-1 masks at the archives, scanned them, and we scaled them down. So these are roughly about 9 inches tall. They're solid, they're heavy, and you can even see it's not hard to see there, but like even the stitching is still there, right? Like the seam in the back of the mask is still there. So it's literally like a smaller version of the actual mask. This way you can collect it in your collections. This is on the Kent collection. This is one of the big things that we do. On the Kent, if you don't know, it's think of it as like a 3-dimensional sketch that the artist would show George at the time, and then you pick the ones he wanted, and they would use that to make the final work of those characters. We're lucky enough to deal with the original artists. So they lend us their autographs from the plaques, and they even do some sketches for us too on certain things. These are the 2 new ones we have coming out. We have a sports Terra on the right. That's from Sculpting Developers. That will be available as a signature edition as well as a sketch edition. And on the right, that is an early concept job. So we love this one. We wanted it for a while. Chris Wales did the sculpt on that, and this again will also be a signature edition and a latest edition with a sketch. We did Georgia last year, and we're continuing the prequel lines. This is a maquette of the Attack on the Clones. This is just a early prototype, fully painted, fully World War weathered. And this, unlike most of us on the scan, this actually comes from the original mold. So we're pretty excited about that. Now to the 1-to-1 bus. Hard to see in this photo, but we see it's massive. We scan the original in the archives. We use a lot of behind-the-scenes photos to make these things perfect. There's 2 ways to display it. You can display it with the bus, or if you want to just have it as a mask, it sits in the archive as well. No one knows who played him in the film, so we have no idea. And unfortunately, the sculptor had his passed. So we thought, who's next best to get signed? We went to sound designer Ben Burke. And if you don't know who Ben Burke is, every sound is called it's thanks to Ben Burke. So he agreed, and we're pretty excited to have him on board with us. Now to the so we really like to say for those of you for these. Last year we did Bellot staff, we did the Templar dagger, and we did the Arc Golden Angel. We are continuing that. So with that, we are doing a decor piece. This is a Leap of Faith Raven. It's standing with the original. It's a 1-to-1 piece. It's roughly 25 inches wide. We're pretty happy with this. This year, I think. So this is again like so this is a 2-sided melting token. So you have the streaming side, you have the melting side, and you kind of figure out which way you want to edit. I understand. Anyone that thinks so it's all metal in reverse engineered.
That's right.
The film one goes together. This will be all metal construction of the bottom pieces. So now we have the 2 big motors. So this here is our hero. Once we had again the license, we knew we had it. So this is scanned off the original and still sits in the archives. It's the last 9 hero version. It will have a gold finish on it. A close-up shot. It has like a kind of hacking. It's not the full golden shrine. It looks like it does. We're going to edition. These are probably edition. And last but not least, we are doing ABCs. There's a funny story with this one. Like I said, we get to go to the archives, which is and we told an unidentified box out and pulled this hat. So they didn't know they had it. This was supposed to be lost. So we were pretty excited about that. So what we did is colored it. So you get swatch and so you get trace it, and then we scan it. So this will be reverse engineered off this hat. The details on this hat, even the biggest Indian movies doesn't know. So we're gonna this will probably be out in 2026, and we're looking to make this the most accurate hat available. And that is it.
Great. I think I could say how ingrained is that, by the way, to go into the archives and have all these boxes for Indiana Jones and not quite sure, pull it out. Makes perfect sense. So that was great. And actually, one of the ones you said, Rob, I think is great for all of this and a good reminder is that museum aspect. A lot of these things are museum quality pieces. I mean, that's what's really so amazing about it. But moving on for some of this stuff, we will bring up Evan from the EFX. Good evening, Evan. Come on up. Maybe we can share a little bit about how long you've been working in the industry here. So absolutely, fantastic. Thanks.
Hi, everybody. My name is Evan Berger. I'm the CFO of EFX Collectibles. I guess my journey probably started when I was 6 years old and saw Star Wars A New Hope for the first time. It started as a fan. My father and I, he's actually here today, have been coming to San Diego Comic-Con since 2003, almost every year, with some exceptions. It's been unpredictable. I've been working with EFX Collectibles to some extent since it was founded in 2009. Brian Ono, who's the founder of the company, instilled trust in me as someone who had just graduated law school to work with EFX Collectibles on their corporate documents and licensing issues. That expanded into helping with some business matters related to the company, as well as licensing issues. And unfortunately, due to the untimely passing of Brian about 3 years ago, it led me to becoming one of the owners of the company with Larry about 3 years ago. Since that time, I've spent a lot of time with the company. I've taken a much more active role. We have a lot of exciting products that we've produced in the last 3 years since I've started with the company in a more official capacity. And as you'll see from the slideshow, we have a lot of exciting items that are coming out. I've already been to the archive twice this year, actually with some people that are on this panel. So I can speak for everyone when I say it's going to be a good couple of years for collectors. With all the items that we have photographed and scanned in really just since the beginning of 2025 as well as before. So without further ado, I'd like to take you guys into my slideshow. To start with items that were announced last year on this very panel and show you where we are on production. First is the studio scale ATST. This is an item that is pre-sold out. It should be shipping to those of you who were lucky enough to get one on pre-order in about 2 months. We have a final pre-production sample at our booth. That's booth number 3712 here in San Diego. So please come by if you have not stopped by our booth yet. Bill George, who worked on this when he was at ILM, dropped off the signature plaques yesterday and today. And I can tell you he approves of the model. He's very excited about it, and we are too. We think that it's going to be the centerpiece of a lot of collections of those of you who are in here, as well as those of you who are listening to the stream today. Also have the Kylo Ren lightsaber replica. This is something that we had not announced at the panel last year. I can tell you last year as well as this year that we are not announcing everything that we have at this panel. There's a lot of items that we have in the works. We're making it a priority to only announce things and put them up for pre-order when they're pretty far along in the production process. One of the things that we're trying to diminish is the amount of time from a pre-order until you have it in hand. We know you guys are all collectors. We know you're excited about the product. So we don't want you to be excited about a pre-order, but not have it for more than 12 months. So as I hope everyone has seen from our more recent pre-orders, the time from pre-order to the time that it's in hand has been a lot quicker. The Kylo Ren lightsaber we showed for the first time actually in Celebration Japan earlier this spring in April. It went up for pre-order shortly after the convention. It is also pre-sold out and we're in the final production stages and that should be shipping either late September or possibly in October, depending on how the timing goes. Next, we have the original concept art Stormtrooper helmet. This is something that we are very excited about. It's similar to the Darth Vader that we did a number of years ago, which has been very popular amongst our collectors and Star Wars fans alike. We've been hearing for a number of years that we should do the Stormtrooper follow-up, and it's something that is becoming a reality. We put this up for pre-order about a week ago. Sales are going very well. We had an early prototype at our booth now. I can tell you the final version will have some less weathering and it'll be more shadowing and it might be a little shinier as well than what you see. But please come by our booth and take a look at it and let us know what you think. Something else we have at our booth that we first announced last year is the Darth Vader Return of the Jedi reveal helmet. We had a very early sample at our booth as well this year. It's 3D printed, so it's going to only look better than what you see there. It's going to have all metal machine components in it. It's going to have a 3-tiered stand that unfortunately did not make it in time for Comic-Con. We're hoping that it's going to make its way out of customs and we'll be able to show it to you guys by Sunday. However, we can't promise that. But this is also on display at our booth. It's probably going to go up for pre-order sometime either in late August or probably in September, and it should ship by the first quarter of next year. Also have at our booth the TIE Interceptor studio scale prop replica. It's a very early prototype that we have at the booth. It's actually not even painted. It's also a 3D print. We scanned the original at the Lucasfilm archive. We color matched it, and what you see at our booth, which is what's going to go up for pre-order, should be indistinguishable from what is at the archive and what everyone saw on screen. Something else that we scanned just last month, but we wanted to show everybody. It's the Imperial Shuttle full-scale, studio scale prop replica. This thing is huge. Immediately when I saw it in the archive, I said, this is something that fans are going to want and are going to love. I can't wait to show you guys the prototype next year at Comic-Con, if not before, but this is something that we are in the very earliest stages of, but we're very excited to add to our studio scale line for next year. Those of you who were here last year, the question that was posed to the panelists was, is it the Bouch helmet or the Bouch helmet? The answer was the Bouch helmet, for those of you who weren't here last year. And we're very excited that we are in fairly substantially far along, actually, on producing a Bouch helmet. It should go up for pre-order, hopefully later this year, if not very early in Q1 2026. It's a fantastic helmet. The early pre-production samples are looking amazing. This is something, are there any Darth Maul fans in here? All right. Well, we need cheers for the people that are involved.
Yeah.
You can't see. So this blood fin is something that we saw last month when we were at the archive. It's absolutely amazing. It drew my attention immediately when I saw it at the archive, and I knew it was something that we had to scan, that we had to photograph, and that we had to bring for our fans. We're still in the initial stages of research as to how it was used on screen. But this is something that we are extremely excited about, and it's definitely going to be part of our product line. In addition to this, we are limited by the 8 minutes that we have up here. We have a number of lightsabers that are in the works. We have a number of other helmets. We have other studio scale items. So this is only a fraction of what we're going to have for our fans this coming year. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, we are all being huge time cops here because we know we have a lot to get through in a limited amount of time. But one thing I do want to say is just to follow up on what just mentioned is, I would encourage, if you haven't been, go down and see the booths. I mean, that's where you really get to see, you know, the range of stuff. It's so impressive to walk in and see that. Another mention, the thing I'll mention as I bring Anthony up for PCS is this talk about the archives. I mean, that's one of the great things about the partnership is, you know, I mentioned authenticity to begin with. That's huge for us. We want to make sure that we're bringing things as close to the actual items as possible, capturing those characters or moments as closely as we possibly can. So that's a big part of it. And I know, Anthony, if you come up here, I believe you just joined the archives. Yes. So you accepted, maybe you mentioned how that works.
Alrighty, so I'm Anthony Adams, CEO, owner, and creative director of Regal Collectibles Studio, also known as PCS. I'm probably the rookie on this panel when it comes to Star Wars, but not to high collectibles. PCS has been around since 2007. My journey here is probably different than most. I started off as a banker, actually, for 21 years. I bought PCS in 2017. I'm right left brain, so kind of degree math. I hate English. But I used to draw paint and sculpt on the side. So I used to follow like Sideshow for a long time. And then finally in 2016, I started talking to the older owner of PCS and then ended up taking the company over and moving it to Charlotte, North Carolina in 2017. And since then, we've expanded our licenses drastically. And with that, I got to meet a lot of great guys here that are on the panel with me and taking on this Star Wars journey. And like Chris said, going to the archives was amazing. I thank Rob and Evan for inviting me. But like when I walked into that warehouse, like I think I peed a little bit. It was amazing. I'm just saying, I'm just like, oh, everywhere. But it was amazing. And I would say it really does help us get everything exactly right on what we want to do with our collectibles. It's not just about just making something like a tchotchke. We're trying to make something really authentic. And my company kind of sits in the middle of, actually, I guess it's perfect. I'm sitting in the middle of everybody. We kind of sit in the middle of like getting the authenticity and then also adding a little art flair, which you guys will see on some of our lines. So I will get rolling. So first, third scale Darth Maul diorama statue. So I showed this last year and it was the prototype. I actually gave one away during the panel as well. And this is full resin, swap out bus. The sabers actually light up. The base lights up, which I will show you in a little while as well. I actually started working on a new saber design for this scale. Sadly, didn't make it in time for Maul. But my engineering team started working on where we could actually make the saber like glow on instead of just like turning on, and then actually make the sound as it turns on. So I'm hoping that's something we can continue to develop, that we can start adding to our next designs as we go. But in this one, you have your swap out torsos, and we included a stand so that you can display maybe one on your desk, one at home. Again, these are third scale in size. And we actually have the production sample at our booth. So last year we showed the prototype. This year we're actually showing the actual production sample with the light up features. Also within our third scale line, we're doing a silicone version of our characters. So this is full mixed media. He has a cloak that you can take on and off. The head is silicone with glass eyes as well. The horns are resin, so it's still hard. We were hoping to get that here in time to show the effort production, but it didn't make it in time. But we're basically giving our collectors a choice between a diorama kind of action pose version and then more of like a classic museum scale. And I would say, again, like going to the archives, getting the costume just right, the fabric folds, knowing the different textures on the front side of the fabric versus the back side, like all that goes into play here. I would say like the hardest part is like finding the actual fabric to make these exactly how these look. Now for the base, we have full diorama scenes going around the base. And something unique that we've done, so we've done bases in the past where it's just like a relief. This time we're doing more of like a forced perspective. So we have like characters in the front that are a little bit bigger and like fully sculpted. And then we have like a forced perspective that goes back to create the scenes, and that it's only like an inch deep, but it looks like it's going far back. And that's kind of the style that we're using for these bases. And we have like different light up as well. So like the museum version has more of this kind of gray, almost like light tone to it, whereas the diorama version has more like a bronze feel to it. We also did Emperor on a Throne. This is the full resin version. Again, light up base, light up on the chair. And this is our resin version. Again, we got the full 360, 360 scenes on the base for this with the light up. And then, of course, we had to do our museum version. So silicone head, glass eyes, punched hair, even though it's sporadic. There's still some hair on there. And then the classic cane pose as well. So again, offering our collectors, depending on how you want to display, if you want a museum version or more of a diorama, we want to offer both. And then again, continuing on the theme for the base. We'd like to have our statues be like a 360 view, and that's one of the reasons why we developed these bases like this. So it's not just a front view statue, it's more of a 360. To give you more of a 360 view is our Darth Vader fine art list. So, like I said, I sit in the middle of everybody on this panel, and this is at our booth right now, and it's actually the production sample. But again, this feeds into our full 360 view, and we want to have like an art piece. So everything kind of flows together, full light up. We got the lava, we got the fight scene in the front, we got I Am Your Father kind of on the back. We actually have his castle on the very back of the head, and then if you turn the statue around, we have the trench scene on the back as well. So I would highly suggest coming to see it in person. It looks awesome. I have it right in the front corner. Like I said, it's our production sample, so what you see on the floor is what you're gonna get. I would say the one change, a couple colors I want them to interface on the mask, because it needs to be a little more gray tone to it. But this will start shipping October, November of this year. I think last year I showed just a grayscale image of the 3D file, but now we have the full color, etc. So these are kind of our lines with our third scale, and then we have our fine art bust line, which will continue on to our what's next coming soon, which is our Boba Fett. So sadly, it got Cotton Customs and got to my cleaner late, so it's not here at the show. But same 360 view here on this one. The paint job, I've already seen the helmet painted, looks freaking amazing. I am going to release some images online, so we have kind of like a virtual show for it during the Comic-Con. So if you go on social media, you will see some of the paint images. I'm hoping we can maybe get it here for Saturday and Sunday. But again, we're going to continue this on. We have Mando coming up next in our Fine Art Plus line. And then I want to do an Emperor after that, as a Darth Maul as well. So we are flying through these. And then going on to our third scale statue coming up next, we have Vader. Again, same 360 view of the face with different scenes. I'm not going to spoil all the scenes yet, but we will have him up for pre-order later this year. And then, like I said, we still do silicone. So that would be the unmasked head that's come with him. Black eyes, again, full silicone. And again, get that realistic feel of you. So again, I'm the rookie. Glad to be here, and I appreciate being able to share this with you guys. Thank you.
It's fantastic. So, as Anthony said, we have a range of, we're always looking to find that new item, which we bring in some new partners, but we also have some that we've been established for a long time. And certainly Sideshow is one of those. It's a fantastic item that we've had. And we have Matt here. There you go. Who might be able to come up and tell you a little more about it. Matt, if you want to introduce yourself and just talk about kind of how long you've been doing what we've been doing, go for it.
All right, so first off, I want to thank all you guys for taking the time to be here. It's important to us. I want to get to share it with you guys. I'm a little surprised that you did come in with a famous American Star Wars here. I've been on Sideshow has been over 30 years in the collectibles industry and over 20 years working with Lucasfilm. Pleasure of that. And the first product we released as Lucasfilm licensee was our Luke Skywalker force scale for the informative figure. We were on a Tatooine, yeah, looking at twin suns. And then this year, it's been 20 years since I first did Fortuna 6 scale articulated figure debut. And in those 20 years, we thought about has our development, our manufacturing capabilities have been enhanced. We wanted to go back and revitalize our scum and villainy line, which we had many years ago, so you may remember. And so this is just showing Mr. Fortuna back in 2005, and since his Ozempic is now 2025, looking slim and stout, and a much more enhanced figure. Okay. For you old school 80s hip hop fans, you might remember the inspiration for this picture. Straight out of Tatooine. This is our Scumability Wave 2. And this is capturing kind of the classic Kenner releases from 83 and 42 years ago. And in that group, we have, Getty Rook, who we formerly know as Weequed, Woof, my favorite squid head, who is now as Tessic, and Klaatu, and joining the OGs is Barada, the Dane, and of course, we have to include friend Vito, left there. This one showcases waves 1 and 2 of Scumability. And all of wave 1 have been announced. We've announced Vito and Vito went up, and Getty went up, and then the following figures will look shortly throughout the course of the remainder of the year. But these are all really an internal development favorite to get back to these guys, because these are all classic, very classic figures. We have some of the 1978 releases of Burrito and Walrus Man, joined by Evazon, Lavria, and Garrington. We got him in the line. So we're really excited about dropping these guys, and we have plans to do additional waves 3 and 4, and we're really excited to bring these to you guys. We have our cuddly, adorable, and raging Ewok Wicket. It's the newest addition for our scale line. VP's up on Sideshow's website now. He's about 18 inches from the base to the top of the spear, and he's standing atop the Scoutshipper helmet, very happily stomping it down. And so we're finally added Wicket to our lineup. He's got a soft goods hoodie on, and he's all sculpted. We're really, really excited to share this one with you guys. This is one that I showed when I was up there 2 years ago. I showed a sketch drawing of this piece, and it was a challenging piece to take in and handle. There's a lot of debates in Sideshow, real friendly debates, going from how do we assemble this guy, put him together, and everything. So Luke is all soft goods, and he's the X-wing fuselage, which is kind of like a 2-part PF. There's 2 characters, the X-wing and Luke Skywalker. So we call this one Luke Skywalker Red 5 standing by. Premium format figure. It's quarter scale. The cockpit will have a ability to display with the cockpit up or the cockpit down. It's all detailed inside with the control panel. And it's supported by the fuel hose going up to the side of the fuselage, as well as being anchored down by his left foot, stepping into the lab. And I like this one because it really kind of captures that classic Kenner X-wing promo picture of him. So that's what we wanted. That was our inspiration for this piece, and how do we bring this to 3D? So the thing is huge. I mean, the fuselage about like this, and it's going to take up some shelf space. The hanger lights illuminate, so you have those to display in their modulars, put them wherever you want on the base to shine the light up. So that's on. It's available for pre-order now, and we're hoping to get them through by the end of the year. Our first sample is in and getting close. Not there yet, and we're going to continue to drive it so we get closer to what we want to get to you guys. We have it, Darth Nihilus. So Darth Nihilus is the first piece in our Legends line, and it runs in scale with our Mythos line. And we have more Legends characters coming up, and these are characters which are not typically canon, but within the world of Star Wars, and they have more coming. So we're excited about this guy. He comes in two sizes. He comes in our 1/5 that goes along with our Mythos line, and then also the quarter scale. The 1/5 one comes with two different portraits and all those electricity hands that can swap out for the saber. And the quarter scale comes with both heads and an illuminated lightsaber. And that one's a beast. Lastly, if you are interested, there's a QR code here. Sideshow's offering you guys 30% off the select stuff. Want to scan it? There's a lot of Star Wars pieces up there. Again, thank you so much for being up here. It means a lot to me and my colleagues that you guys are all paying attention to this and enjoying it. Thank you very much.
Leave that up for a second. Everybody got it? All right. No, I just want to jump because one of the things this is like I said, I'm stepping in for Brian here. Normally I'm sitting out there, but sitting up here, one of the things that really strikes me and is great about this, and I think I speak for everyone here, is seeing the reactions, hearing, the excitement, the views and ahs and stuff. And that's one of the things that really is really rewarding as we go through this. We spend a lot of time developing these things and we get excited about it, but it's even more exciting to kind of bring them out and show them to the fans and kind of get that initial reaction. So that is awesome. And I think we actually made it done. So we'll also come up now to Gabriel from Iron Studios, who will come up and run through some of their new offerings. And one of the things I want to point out, Gabriel, is if this is an international program, Star Wars is worldwide. So we have partners all around the globe, and Iron Studios being one. So why don't you come up, walk through, and if you want to maybe mention if there's any kind of interesting points about how you found that sort of international aspect of it. So, great. All right.
Hi, guys. Very good to be with you again. My name is Gabriel. I'm the licensing manager for Iron Studios, at least 10 years. We're based in Brazil, so a pleasure to share the table with you again, guys. Thank you. So the partnership with Lucasfilm started officially began in 2015 with the Force Awakens. We started our first 1.10 scale series with BB-8, Luke Pilot, and it was our main series, the 1.10. We work with different scales right now. And the entire company at the time, we were very delighted with the announcement of the partnership. We're based in Brazil, and there's no many companies there that work with the brand. So we are very, very happy. All the company was very excited. In the beginning, we're still getting hang of the things, but always with official references, always with help with the Lucasfilm guys, especially Brian. But always, as I said, with official references and the team with good eyes on details. So this is for the first 10 years and many others to come. What's the difference now? It's today the process is pretty much the same, but the passion and the respect for Star Wars increased a lot. We have all the access for the archives, concept arts, and direct conversations with the Lucasfilm team. The last years pushed us to make it even better, more accurate, bringing us to more closest relationship with the characters and the true meaning of them and their signatures. It's kind of hard to look back and to see the improvements because, as I said, we work with a lot of passion and a lot of respect. But it's like when you are in the top of an iceberg, you can see the bottom. So I had to revisit the past and when you go back and see, you can see that the evolution is clear. The most important thing to work with Star Wars is respect what really Star Wars means and respect the fans. It's all about the emotion, it's all about the vision, it's all about the collector who looks at your piece, at your dream of it, and becomes a child again. That's what we like to pass. We translate some internal movements into solid pieces, and that's a huge privilege work 10 years. Working with Lucasfilm has been an epic endeavor, and as a true Star Wars fans, we know that every good saga deserves continuations. So here's to more challengers, to more pieces, to more tiny details, to more broken legs, and yeah. So in the best, I showed last year the concept for the ATST. That's the final model with the 1.10 scale. That's our vehicle series 1.10. We released in the past the Starfighter, and we are working right now in the next vehicle series, starting with Millennium Falcon. I believe it will be like 1/130 scale. We are defining this scale with Brian. This is work in progress, as our friends show. But I would like to show this first images with you. I believe it will be released next year, so stay tuned on our website, Instagram, and I would like to know your opinion over there. Please keep with us. Our next series is the Sign 2 series. It's a brand new series. We just covered the name last week. So in the series, we will bring several references from the character's universe, as well as critical and dramatic moments. Star Wars is all about moments. So our idea is to make this collection bigger and gradually launch with the same artist. Our idea is to make it 1.10 scale and 1.4 scale as well. And as you can see, there's a lot of references in the base, in the cape, and yes, and then we will make more of these series in the future. So please let me know what you want us to make in the next ones. Go visit us on the website, Instagram, and please let us know. Okay. Thank you.
Well, we answered that pretty quickly. So we are very excited to stay on time. But so I thank all of you for the great work you're doing. I mean, that's impressive stuff. Love to see it. Love to see it evolve. And I want to thank everybody here, because as Gabriel said, this is, we do this for everybody here, and we want to make sure that we let you know how much we appreciate the enthusiasm, the support. And that's why we're here, really. So thank you very much. And then we'll, encourage you to go out, like I said, look at the booths on the floor, go online, check out what these partners do. Great work. 329. There you go. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I really appreciate it. Hey, no problem. Man. I enjoy seeing your stuff online. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's say hi to everyone. We're still live. All right. What's up, guys? Hey, guys. Still live.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Say hi, guys. Anthony.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just to let you guys know, probably going to be doing some highlight videos of all of them. So stay tuned, and we'll see you around.
We got a certain amount of time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good job. Yeah. I need to come. I'm gonna try to get down to you guys.